Okay, if we were asked to work out what's the area of the rhomb here in the middle, there's a couple of different ways we could work it out. We could work it out by first taking the area of the rectangle, which would be the length times the breadth. So we'd get 3 times 6 equaling 18 centimeters squared. And then we could take away the area of the 4 triangles here. The area of one of the triangles would be, this length is 3, and this is 1.5. You've got to imagine that these are middle points here. So we get that it would be 3 times 1.5 divided by 2. But we've got 4 of those triangles, haven't we? So the area of all 4 triangles would be 3 times 1.5 divided by 2, the area of one triangle multiplied by the number of triangles we have, 4 of them. So here we can see that this would cancel. The 4 would cancel with the 2, giving us 2 divided by 1 instead. So we get 1.5 times 2, which would be 3, 3 times 3, which is 9 centimeters squared. So we now know that the area of all of the 4 of the triangles is 9 centimeters squared. So the area of the rhomb in the middle must be the area of the whole rectangle. So the area of the rhomb would be the area of the whole rectangle minus the area of the 4 triangles, which would be 18 minus 9, which would give us 9 centimeters squared. And we can absolutely work it out like that, but it takes a while. And there's a much nicer formula for the area of the rhomb in the middle that I'd like to show you. The area of a rhomb can be found by taking the length of this diagonal multiplied by the length of the other diagonal divided by 2. So it's almost like saying, look, we'd expect the area of the rhomb to be half of that of the area of the rectangle. So let's try that. We know that D1 is the same as the length of the whole rectangle. So we'd get equals 6. D2 is the breadth of the whole rectangle. 6 times 3 divided by 2. So we'd get 18 divided by 2, which would give us 9 centimeters squared directly. And here we got it in one go, instead of having to first work out the area of the big rectangle minus the area of the small 4 triangles, giving us the area of the rhomb. So here we have possibilities for error. If we use this formula instead, the diagonal 1 multiplied by a diagonal 2 divided by 2, we get the answer much faster, less risk of errors. Okay? So that's quite